Not my stomach growling like that. That was gravy. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. For those of you who don't know, my name is Brittany and I'm trying out this book content thing, you know? I've switched locations. I'm testing things out today. We're gonna see how much I like filming here versus on the floor. On the floor, my dogs just bother me. So we're gonna try it here on my, or not on, oh, excuse me, wait. This is my bookshelf of things that I've read. It goes down here. I don't know how far the camera can, either way. This is my other bookshelf that I've referenced in other videos of the books that I have read already. But today I have a short March wrap up for you guys. I had a much more chaotic March than I anticipated on having, but that's just life. I read, I'm gonna say 2.5 books in March because as you can see, I still have a little bit left in my last book. And I'm filming this on April 7th. And I started the last book March 18th. So any whoosies. Why do I keep looking at myself? I fully can see myself looking at myself. I need to look here. I need to look right here. Let's get right into it, considering I don't have that many to share with you. But the first book that I read in March was Powerless by Miss Lauren Roberts. I loved this more than I thought I would. So basically, I'm just gonna read the back of the book for y'all because it's just the easier way to do it. The elites have possessed powers for decades, gifted to them by the plague, while those born ordinary are just that, banished from the kingdom of Ilia and shunned from society. No one knows this better than Peyton Gray. She poses as a psychic to blend in so she doesn't die, right? Guys, I can't read off the back of the book, seriously. Lana told me to try it. Clearly I can't. But anyway, when she see, I can't even, when she okay, I can't. This basically gives Hunger Games, but they all have powers, except for our main girl, Peyton, right? But she ends up accidentally saving the prince. His name is Kai. He's our main character, okay? But both of them end up in the purging trials, and him and his brother end up taking a special liking to Peyton. It gives love triangle. And then the ending had me shook. Like, I'm ready to read the second book. However, I just have not had the time. So I recommend. I gave this, what did I give this? I love how I opened Fable and then just didn't even tell you what I gave it. I gave this 4 out of 5 stars. Why did I give it 4 out of 5 stars? Because I felt like I had read this story before. Obviously, Hunger Games. But I absolutely loved it, and I love the characters. I love Peyton and Kai. And yeah, I think overall it was just a great read. The second book that I read in March was The Love Hypothesis by Ali Hazelwood. I absolutely adored this book. I feel so bad because one of my best friends, Kathleen, she has been begging me, I think since 2021, to read this. Sorry girl, it took me 4 years, but I got there. I got there and I ate it up. The cutest fake dating, like, I don't want to say enemies to lovers because they weren't enemies obviously, but like there's like a weird vibe in the beginning that I just, yeah. You know, maybe I should just read the back of the book. Okay, you know, As a third-year PhD candidate, Olive Smith doesn't believe in lasting romantic relationships, but her best friend does, and that's what got her into this situation. Convincing An, her bestie, that Olive, our main character, why did I say it like that? Anyway, is, okay, I really can't do this, Lana. I can't do it. Convincing An that Olive is dating and well on her way to a happily ever after was always going to take more than a hand wave Jedi mind trick. Scientists require proof. So like any self-respecting biologist, Olive panics and kisses the first man she sees. See, okay, I was onto something. That man is none other than Adam Carlson, a young hotshot professor and well-known ass. Can I say that on here? Well, I just did. Which is why Olive is positively floored when Stafford's reigning lab tyrant agrees to keep her charade a secret and to be her fake boyfriend. And when a big science conference goes haywire, putting Olive's career on the Bunsen burner, Adam surprises her again with an unyielding support and even more unyielding six-pack abs. Okay, sure. Suddenly, their experiment feels dangerously close to combustion, and Olive discovers that the only thing more complicated than a hypothesis on her love is putting her own heart under the microscope. Okay, I kind of got through that. I gave this a 4.75 stars. Why? I absolutely ate this up. Secondly, there was just some scientific terms in here that I had been forewarned on Book Talk and BookTube and everybody else who's read this, that, you know, I just couldn't fully follow sometimes, but like I got the gist. I understood what was happening, but the romance, yes. It was so captivating. Loved the whole thing. Easy read. Read it in like 4 days, I think. Let me look. Okay, I lied. I read it in 5 days. I read it in 5. Okay. The 12th to the 17th of March. I read this. Okay. So yes, definitely recommend. This has been, you know, like I said, a short reading month. Not short, not a lot of books, but I think the quality of books that I read was great. I'm gonna get into the third book that I read mostly in March, but I'm still currently reading in April. But in my defense, she's a thick one. She's like over 600 pages long, but that would be Quicksilver by Callie Hart. I am thoroughly enjoying this book so far. Like I said, I'm on page 491 and I think it's like 620 or 609. Okay, so with the busy month of March that I've had, the way that it's been a little over 2 weeks that I've been reading this and I've read almost 500 pages. That says a lot. That says a lot. I've been booked and busy, okay? But I have a funny feeling that this book is going to be somewhere between 4 and 5 stars. I'm loving the plot. I'm loving, I don't want to call it the magic system, but like the magic system. I can't think of anything else. But yes, this is just a great fantasy romance thus far. I love how it started. It immediately, like by chapter 1, I was hooked in this. And the reason it's taking me so long is I've been reading a chapter or 2, sometimes 3 a day, because I'm on chapter 35. So I've been reading like 2 chapters a day because that's all I've had time for. I'm definitely gonna finish this in the next like 2 days because I don't have a lot going on. And I only have like 120 pages left. So I think I can get through this at some point in time. This is book 1 to a series. I'm pretty sure this is the only book that's out right now. But yeah, I'm very much enjoying this. And like I said, all 3 books have been 4 stars or more for the month of March. So I'm not mad. I'm not mad at all. She was small but mighty. She was small but mighty. Now, I want to get into the books that I want to read in April. This month, I know of a couple books that I really want to read, so I just went ahead and grabbed them off the shelf, and I'm just going to share with you what I plan to read in April. For my TBR for last month, I read 2 out of 5. Obviously, Powerless and The Love Hypothesis were 2. The other 3 are back here. I did not get to these, and I just don't think that they are my vibe for this month. So we'll put these on the back burner, but we'll get to them at some point. So obviously I have a huge collection. Yep, that was not English. I do have my girl Lila Sage sitting right here, and she's coming out with book number 4. Her 4th book in the Rebel Blue Ranch series is coming out mid-April, and you bet your bottom dollar I pre-ordered that. I think it's called Wild and Wrangled. Let me make sure I'm not crazy. Yes, Wild and Wrangled. I was correct. But I will be reading this the second it is in my hands. I believe April 15th is the release date, and I am so excited. I will buy every single book that she writes from here on out. The next book that I plan on reading in the what is wrong with me? The next book that I plan on reading in the month of April is Part of Your World by Abby Jimenez. She just came out with Say You'll Remember Me, which I obviously purchased. However, I need to finish this. I stupidly read Yours Truly, not realizing that it was part of an interconnected series. So I need to go back and read Part of Your World and Just for the Summer. And I was told that this new book is also part of the same world. So I'm going back and reading this before I read her new release. I absolutely adored Yours Truly, so I can't imagine not loving this book and Just for the Summer. So yeah, that's the next book that I really want to pick up. I'm definitely excited. The last book that I'm going to put on my TBR for the month of April is Vicious by V.E. Schwab. I read, what is it called? The Gallant. Okay, so I read this by her like the end of 2024. I absolutely loved her writing. This is like the most random book I think I've ever picked up. But I saw that it was V.E. Schwab, and I was like, you know, this seems cute and fun. I love how I say cute and fun and it looks terrifying, but you know what I mean. And it was honestly just a very immersive world. I think this is just a random standalone. However, it was so much fun to read. I was hooked. I think it literally took me a day or two maximum to read this book. So I really want to get to this month. So yeah, I think I have a pretty solid TBR for April, and a variety, I feel, because this is like, I don't even know what you would classify this as. Obviously like fantasy. Let's just read the back, shall we? It's a short paragraph. I think I can handle it, guys. Victor and Eli started out as college roommates, brilliant, arrogant, lonely boys who Brilliant, arrogant, lonely boys who recognized the same sharpness and ambition in each other. In their senior year, a shared research interest in adrenaline, near-death experiences, and seemingly supernatural events reveals an intriguing possibility that under the right conditions, someone can develop extraordinary abilities. But when their thesis moves from the academic to the experimental, things go horribly wrong. That is it. That is all you get on the back of the book, and I am intrigued. So, with that, I have concluded a very short video. I did not have a lot of time in March, and I don't foresee myself having a bunch of time in April to read, so that's why I'm keeping it to 3 books, obviously with my big book in the middle. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed my March wrap up and my April TBR. Like, subscribe, comment, do all the things that one does. I would love to build a community here of people who love the same things that I love. I definitely want to start doing other videos other than just my monthly wrap up and TBR. So let me know in the comments any videos you'd like to see. I work a normal 9-to-5 job plus 2 other random side jobs. So my life is a little crazy. So if there's any videos you guys want to see, please feel free to let me know, and I hope you guys stick around on my channel. Thanks for watching.